Welcome to PLZ Soccer's fixture preview of the SPFL. VAR weekend, guys, we're looking forward to it?
Yes, I think we are. I think that it can only be good for Scottish football. I think it will stop a lot of people moaning. Well, maybe not stop others moaning, but listen, it should get the big decisions right, and that's what we're interested in Scottish football.
Ruffy, any concerns at all?
Concerns if they get it wrong, obviously, but you don't want that to happen. You want to start on the front foot, and you want to get it. If there is any big decisions, let's make sure they're right, and then we can all be positive about it.
Right, first televised game, Celtic head to Tynecastle against Hearts. Success for Celtic, Premier Sports Cup, but Hearts can't get it right at the moment, can they?
No, they can't. Obviously, a lot of injuries. You know, they went off for them for a wee while now. Celtic absolutely buzzing, particularly away from home. I think Celtic will win this one quite easy. You know, we always say going to Tynecastle's a hard place to go, but not at this precise moment in time.
Tam, can Hearts really blame the fact that they've got loads of injuries at the moment? Has Europe had a big impact on them? Yeah,
I think it is a factor. I think when you're playing Thursday, Sunday and you're playing the quality of the teams that they're playing, they've got a full team out. You know, I think Robbie Nielsen was on last week saying he has got a full team of injured players out, but it's up to the players to come in and state a claim for a jersey. And I seen Cochrane yesterday in the press saying that they maybe need to take a few bookings. So
yeah, because he gets sent off, didn't he?
I think this is going to be tasty. I think Hearts will try and get right in the faces. That's the only way they're going to beat Celtic, is get in about them. Don't give them time in the ball and try and bully them a wee bit. And I think they're going to see a tasty fixture, but I think Celtic will nick it. Well,
Hearts haven't scored in the last 4 home games. Is that a big concern for Robbie Nielsen?
Yeah, it is with the firepower. I think Lauren Shankland obviously he's went off the boil a little bit. They've got Forrest there as well, and Barry Mackay. So I think those three, you know, are still available to him, and you'll be looking for a bit of spark from them. But that's not a great record for Hearts. No scoring, particularly at home. Right, moving on. Kelly against Ross County. Ruffy, Kelly, we're going to Hampden for the first time in 10 years. Were you impressed with that? Their performance?
I was impressed with the performance. I thought Dundee United were really poor, but obviously Kelly will be getting into this game, buoyant to that, getting to the semi-final in January. Players will be buzzing. I just feel that Ross County have got to start picking up points, you know, particularly away from home. I don't know why I'm going for a draw, but I'm going to go 1 each in that one.
Tam, unbeaten in 4 home games for Kelly. Can they continue?
Yes, I fancy them actually. I think they'll beat Ross County. They're not the same team this year. They're just not the same team. They're lacking something. And Kilmarnock, as you said, starting to perform and get results at home, particularly on that pitch. And they need to make that a fortress at home. You know, that's a big advantage to play on AstroTurf at home. So I fancy Kelly strongly actually in that one.
Just you mentioned Ross County haven't really picked up this season. Do you think they've replaced the likes of Charles Cook and Hungbo?
No, they haven't. And when you're a club like Ross County and you're giving one-year deals out, it's very difficult as a manager. You keep plucking these gems out. I know they've got a big scouting network and Malky's got plenty of contacts in England, but for a Ross County as a team to have a 10 or 15 goals a season strikers gold dust, and they don't come around very often. And I think they were fortunate last season with those two.
Yeah. Right, Motherwell, big game against Aberdeen on Saturday. We've been talking about how good Stevie Hamill is, Ruffy, but 1 win out of 7, not great.
No, it's not, you know, and we keep talking about they're playing good football, you know, they're exciting to watch, but you've got to start winning games. You know, Aberdeen have got something to prove away from home. You know, they are very good at home, but they need to start picking up points away from home if they want to be in that 3rd or 4th position. So this will be a big game for them, but obviously they'll be buoyant after beating us. So.
We'll talk about that in a minute. Motherwell need to prove themselves, Tam, in this game.
Yeah, they do. I thought they started the other night well against Celtic. I thought they got the ball down and started to play and tried to play football, but if Van Veen's not scoring goals, you're struggling to see where they're scoring for. And Molt's injured again, which is a big blow for them. So, but I went for Motherwell to win this. I don't know why. I just think Aberdeen away from home are different than they are away at home. Obviously, they'd an easy fixture during the week there. It was like a training game against Partick Thistle at times. So, I think they'll come into it with confidence after that game.
Obviously, Aberdeen beating Partick Thistle 4-1. If they get the harder draw at the 2 for the semi-finals, Ruffy?
Yes, I think they have. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. But it might be the harder of the 2, but this one they'll probably think they can win it. You know, on any given day in a semi-final, things go your way, you've got a chance. But the 2 big ones are still the favourites.
Well, we're on that. What did you think of Thistle's performance then?
I thought we lost 2 goals. The own goal, the second goal was the one that sort of had done it, you know, and then after that, you know, I think Ian McCall started deciding what was the most important thing that game, and midweek of the game on Saturday we started picking up a lot of injuries. Second half I believe they were a lot better. They had a couple of chances, but not to be.
Right then, St Mirren against Dundee United, Tam. St Mirren, Stephen Robinson, he's very chipper at the moment. His team's doing not too bad.
Yeah, they are. I think they were fortunate last week to get a draw against Kilmarnock. I thought Kilmarnock were the better side, but on a good run of form, you know, sitting in the top 6. This is a game that they'll be targeting to win.
Yeah.
You know, Dundee United, they looked as if they'd picked up a couple of decent results, and then I thought they were poor against Kilmarnock in the cup. So he's got a lot of decisions, big decisions to make. Liam Fox, in terms of bringing Fletcher and Mulgrew, guys like that back in, experienced players. But again, I'd fancy St Mirren to win that.
Well, Ruffy, Dundee United, 14 attempts against Ross County. Is it just about being that bit more clinical?
Yeah, obviously you want to, if you're getting that many chances, you would expect to at least hit the target and make the goalkeeper have a save, but it's not been happening for them, and particularly away from home. I always fancy Dundee United at home, but away from home, you know, they don't seem to have that fight about them, you know, to dig in and get something, and I don't think they'll recover for losing that semi-final spot.
What have you took for that one?
I have took, I think a 2-1, I think, for home win.
Home win, right. Lastly, Rangers against Livingston, booed off the park on Wednesday night, Tam. Deservedly so, or a bit much?
No, I thought it was. I thought they were dreadful. I thought they were really, really poor, and I think that's been the case in the last 4 or 5 league games. I know they've been winning games, but they've not been convincing at all. I was very, very close to going and drawing this game. I think that Livingston can go there and they're hard to beat. They work hard. If Rangers are not at it, I think there could be an upset in this game, but I've went for Rangers just to nick it 2-1, but they're not playing well at all.
Ruffy, a lot of fans kind of turning against Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, quite rightly so, or are they a bit
jumping to the gun a bit? They're a wee bit early for that yet, you know, but in saying that, he's only a defeat, that kind of defeat that Tam's talking about. If Livingston were to go and beat them, I think you'll see a lot of alarm bells ringing in that one, and it's something. He's put himself in a position. He's just got to win all the time.
Stephen Gerrard back in, you know, he's back available again.
Listen,
it would be, you know, would the Rangers fans take Gerrard back? I think they would. I think he put them back on the map in terms of stopping Celtic 10 in a row and in Europe as well. So I think that's an interesting one to keep an eye on if Rangers start losing a couple of games and Gio's under pressure.
Well, on the topic of Gerrard then, do you think if he had stayed at Rangers he would have had a better chance at maybe getting the Liverpool job then? Because he's much further away from that now, isn't he? Yeah, I do. I think he's obviously went down to Aston Villa and thought this is a stepping stone for me to get that Liverpool job. Not done well at all at Aston Villa, and he's had money to spend. Sometimes the grass isn't always greener. I know financially it was a fair whack, but he doesn't need the money. So he'll look back on that now and he'll know it was a wrong decision, but hindsight's a great thing, I suppose. I think David Martindale says for the Rangers game, sometimes going to a bigger stadium can alter the refereeing a little bit, but with VAR in this weekend, is it going to benefit the smaller teams, Ruffy?
No, I don't think so.
Depends where the VAR is. Is it outside the van and Ackroyd?
The van boys.
No, I think the big teams will always create the most chances. They'll always be in the other 18-yard box more than anybody else, so there's more decisions going to be made. So there will be more VAR decisions, but whatever way they go, I hope it's just the right one.
Do you agree, Tim?
Yeah, I do. I think that obviously Celtic Rangers have got the bulk of the possession, create chances in the opposition box, but if Rangers get a big decision, you might hear wee valid people ringing out from the crowd.
Wow. You've been practising that one? Right, obviously it's the first weekend of our guys. Do we think there's going to be a big decision made?
I think there will be. I hope they get it right because they want to get off to a good start.
Yeah, I hope they get it right because it's Willie Collum, you know, and Willie Collum seems to be the referee everybody sort of has a go at. So I hope he gets it all right tonight and whatever decisions are made. Right, we'll be back again next week, hopefully with none of that patter, Tam. But we'll see you then.